Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and we are back to continue on with more Mushoku Tensei. So yeah, last time we, I guess crossed the border in the first couple episodes, had a tease of Roxy and, that eternal reunion between herself and Rudy, which is obviously not going to happen for quite a while. And we, I guess, spent some time in the Beastkin village, which was all fun. That had some backstory about Ghislaine, so we saw her family, which is pretty cool. And yeah, now we've kind of taken on a straggler in that guy that was locked up with Rudy, whose name escapes me, if it was even said. And yeah, currently we're just kind of making our way through. Like I said, we've had 2 whole sets on the whole, world travel thing right now, so I don't know how much longer I really feel like it will necessarily go on for. At the very least, I could see us meeting up, with some of our lost potatoes, Pole, Zenith, who is missing, as well as I believe Lilith and Zenith are missing. The only person who is still with Paul right now is Norn, who is the little sister. So, yeah, we have 3 people still currently missing, I guess, and technically, like I said, Roxy is kind of looking for Rudy right now, since he is presumed missing as well. But I gotta presume we will meet up at least with one of them by the end of the season. And, I'm curious who it will be and how long it's going to take, As well as just the main goal, which is, for currently, above all else, is to get Eris home. That is both Richard and Rudy's main goal right now, is to make sure Eris is safe. So we could also just, meet none of them and just make sure we're back at the, at the house by the end of the season. And obviously there is a lot of truths to be told there, particularly the whole granddaddy situation. It's just something in the back of the viewer's mind now that, it's going to happen at some point. It's going to be said, and it's going to be quite the scene when it happens, right? So, yeah. Anyway. Let's just get into this next episode. We're only doing 2 today. This is a short set. One of the shortest I think we're going to have, but we are going to have a few short sets going forward for this season. Or for just the show in general at the moment. But yeah, anyway, let's begin with episode 16. Okay. So right now it's just kind of a chill journey. Eris just sitting in the water, because why not? Oh, nice! The capital of the holy country, nice! Oh. Sure. Wow. You're thinking some lust thoughts right now, aren't you, bro? Thinking she's gonna be there to cook for you every time you get home? That's definitely not Eris, man. She's about that adventure in life. Gotta learn to cook the meat she brings in. Nice, his eye is still visible. It is quite cool. Like I said, that's a broken power that's probably going to come up whenever it's convenient, Be blessed with the light of the stars. Lovely. God damn, this city does look quite nice. On the outside, it looks a lot more advanced than anywhere we've been to right now, but it is mostly just, you know, just the overall structure of the place. Even the bitter melancholy, nice. So this is the holy country. Very interesting. The song's very nice as well right now. Really cool. Oh, that is honestly beautiful. That is a beautiful aesthetic. Yep. Honestly, we could just stay here. Why not? Fuck going home. This is a nice city on its own. Wow. Oh my god, that's how they start.
さて、大陸に飛ばされてから1年半もかかってしまいましたが、
Nice.
ようやく人族の領地まで来ました。このままアスラまで一直線。
So, almost
そう言
there.
いたいところですが、とりあえずしばらくはこの町で金を稼ぎたいと思います。なんでよ。ミリスは仕事の依頼料も高いようです。ここで一気に稼いだ方が効率がいいでしょう。次また船に乗るときにいくらかかるかわかりませんしね。また船に乗らなきゃいけないの。
Sure.
それにいい作戦を思いついたので、スペルト族の名誉回復も並行して。
In other words, we're spending our whole set right here. Hey, nice. You still got one,
ルイジェル
huh?
ドさんの正体をばらすんです。そしてこれをお守りだと言って渡します。これを持っていれば、あのスペルト族もあっという間に態度がなんか。
Oh my god.
数分後には100年来のソウルブラザーになれるでしょう。ってな感じです。
They're still kind of painting them as feral beasts though, and it's just a charm that's making them not like that.
明日は休みにしましょう。どうかしたの？
It's not really fixing the whole
このルイ
problem.
ジェルドさん人形を量産したいのと、
I guess it would give
つ
peace
い
of
でに
mind
手
though.
紙を書きたいと思いまして。手紙？はい。僕たちの無事を知らせる手紙です。
Cool.
慌ただしいことばかりで忘れていたが、パウロたちも心配してるだろうし、連絡した方がいいだろう。
Got a bit of their own problems right
こんな
now.
状況だ。ダメとは言うまい。
二人はどうしますか？
じゃあ私はゴブリン退治をしてくるわ。この辺り
Random.
にいるって聞いたのよ。
ゴブリン退治。
One too many Dojin, bro. One too many Dojin.
そうですか。ルイジェルドさんが言うなら。
ゴブリンぐらい一人で大丈夫よ。
I'm sure.
フラグにしか聞こえないんだよな。
まあそういうことなら、明日はおのおの自由行動という。
It's fair. Goblins are usually the trash mob.
エリスの護衛は頼んだぞ、ルイジェルド。
Wow. No idea. Keep my future wife safe, man. Seriously, please.
思えばパウロに手紙を書くなんて初めてだ。
うん。
なんて書こうか。スペルド族と仲間になったとか、魔界大帝に魔眼をもらったとか、書いたところで信じてくれるかな。
A lot's happened in the last year and a half. But I kind of say that every time. So,
やだ、また人さらい。
この世界は本当に人さらいが多い。正直あまり関わり合いになりたくないところだ。
fair.
ついこの前、冤罪で監禁されたばっかだしな。
But to be fair, unless God directly comes and says, do this, probably best to stay out of it.
デッドエンドの掟その1、子供は見捨てるな。
Sure?
掟その2、子供は絶対に見捨てるな。
Wow.
デッドエンドは正義の味方。そうやって少しずつスペルト族の汚名を晴らすのだ。
Fair enough.
誰にもつけられてないだろうな。ああ。大丈夫か？おい。
That's a pleasant sound, to be honest.
わかった。
Wow. That was barely subtle at all.
仲間がいたのか。
さて、どうやってあの子を助けようか。相手の強さがわからない以上。 いきなり飛び出して戦闘は危
They
険
look
だ
more
な。
concerned about him than
しばら
anything.
くここに身を潜めて待つか。頼むから暴力とかやめてくれよ。
Are you sure this is a
しか
kidnapping?
し一体ここは何だ？教会
They,
として機能しているようには見
they
えな
look,
い
the
が。
guy looks half dead and they
Oh,
seem more
no, 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 no.
concerned, to be honest.
服にしては少々小さい。しかし触っていると不思議と安らかな気分になる。この感触、形、覚えがある。
Okay.
そうそう、ここに2つ穴が開いていて。
ってパンツじゃねえか。
誰だ。
しまった。
You idiot.
この中が出てこい。
そうこんな罠を用意しているとは卑劣な。
Oh my
侵
god.
入者だ。おいお呼べ。
しょうがねえ。幼き者を守護者から引き離し、己の醜い欲望の糧とするものよ。その行いを
Where's your
恥じ
stuff?
て
You. What the fuck?
それを誘拐と
Oh my god.
なめた格好しやがって。
Honestly.
誰だ。
Where's your stuff?
デッドエンドのルイジェルドだ。
Really?
デッドエンドだ。
Rurigid.
ごめんなさいルイジェルドさん。でもちゃんと子供は助けますから。
おいガキ、正義の味方ごっこならよそでやれよ。俺たちはな。
Nice.
大丈夫か少年。
How'd you do that?
あれこの子どこかで。
Oh my god.
何があった。気をつけろ。ガキだが手だれだぞ。
それは私の
Ah, they're yours,
ル
huh?
イジェルド、本当にごめん。
Yeah, now we've been known as the panty thief. Oh, you idiot. Oh my god!
女の敵め。
Oh my, the enemy of all women, damn right. Man, you and Issei would get along a little too well.
離せねえぜ。右に左に。ああ、すごい。
Oh my god. Unfortunately, I don't think Mushoku's gonna go quite that far.
危ない。
Be cool if they did, but I don't think we're gonna go full on ecchi.
対面。
団長はまだか。おお、待たせたな。
What the fuck?
なんだ。ただの酔っ払いじゃないか。
Dude, like everyone is drunk all the time.
覚悟はできてんだろうな。
この男もどこかで見たことがあるような
Is this
懐
Paul?
かしい感じがする。
Definitely a blonde. He's even got the ponytail.
あいつみたいな動きしやがる。
犬かよこいつは。
Yeah, that's kind of like that's Ghislaine's technique as well.
こいつ他のチンピラとは格が違う。
Oh my god, is it actually Paul?
しまった。
ルディ。
Oh my god, it is! Oh my god, it is!
俺をその名前で呼ぶ男は一人
What?
しかいない。
What the fuck?
そう、それは正真正銘。この世界での。
Dude, I was kind of semi-joking, but yeah, same hair color, same hairstyle. What the fuck? So what's really been going on here then? You were kidnapping a kid. It's like, what? Explain. Oh my god, he can meet Eris. He can meet Eris. Ooh, this is hype. This is hype. This is hype. And Rurigid. Oh fuck, that's gonna be bad. Just as much a dirtbag as his daddy. Although, daddy looks fucked.
ルディ。
父様、お久しぶりです。
なんだ。
Ironic. The one you weren't looking for is the one you find first.
よく生きていてくれたな。
その父様はどうしてここに？
どうしてって伝言を見ただろう。
伝言。
He doesn't even know what's going on.
はて、何の話だろうか。 そんなものを見かけた記憶はない
Yeah,
わ。
you don't know at all what's been going
お
on.
前今までどうしてきた？
どうと言われても大変でしたよ。
ロアでの災害に巻き込まれて1年半。話したいことはたくさんあった。
Honestly.
第1部、心の友、ルイジェルドとの手。
Probably too public to bring that
そ
up.
してリカリスの町での大
Oh
騒動。
no, he's really doing it.
第2部、配下のエリス、ルイジェルドと共に大魔術師ルーデウスが世直しをしながら魔大陸縦断の旅。
Oh my god, just giving a massive lore dump, but everyone's listening. What the hell?
囚われの身となって絶対絶命な俺。
Yep,
そんな感じの完全ノンフィクション一大スペクタクルだ。
non-fiction
人並みのこと
spectacular.
はぼかしておこう。あいつはなんかうさんくさいしな。しかし思い返せば
He's so pissed off and you sound so proud of it.
そしてウェンポートへとたどり着いた僕らが目にしたのは、
もういい。お前がこの1年ちょっとの間遊び歩いてたってことはよくわかった。
Wow, that's what you got?
僕も大変だったんですが。
お前の口調からは大変さなんてみじんも感じられねえ。
To be fair, he didn't know anything was
そういう
actually
ふう
going
に
on.
話したからで。確かにちょっと調子には乗っていたかもしれないですけど。
なあ、お前どうして魔大陸で他に災害に巻き込まれた奴らの情報を集めなかった？
どうしてと言われても答えようがない。理由があるとすれば
He
ただ
didn't
一つ。
know how far it spread.
気が回りませんでした。
Like, it was just him, Eris, and Ghislaine. That's all he
余裕が
saw.
なくて。
He was at the front line of
水
the
知らずの魔族
of
を
the
助け
hit.
る余裕はあっても他に転移されたであろう人たちを気にかける余裕はないってか。
優先順位を間違ったと言われれば確かにそうかもしれない。
Man, he was literally at the front of
本
the
当に気が回らなかっ
of the
た。
teleport. He didn't know how far it went.
人も
He didn't know anyone else was here.
手紙の一つもよこさず、可愛いお嬢様と二人で遠足気分で冒険者暮らし。しかも強力な護衛までついているときた。
And the question right now is, where is
ミリシ
Norn?
オンに来て最初にやったことがパンツかぶって正義の味方ごっこか。
Wow. I mean, that's your
僕だって
Rudy.
右も左もわからない状況で。でもエリスだけは守らなきゃって思って。多少抜けてることがあったって悪くないでしょ。
別に悪かねえよ。
じゃあなんで突っかかってくるんですか？
エリスってのはフィリップの娘だったか？
Yep.
ああ、もちろんそうですよ。
さぞ可愛いお嬢さんなんだろうな。
All
手紙を
correct.
出さなかったのはお嬢様の護衛が増えるとイチャイチャすんのを邪魔されるとでも思ったからか。
Wow.
だからそれは気が回らなかったからって言ったじゃないですか。
団長、それぐらいにしてあげたらどうです？まだ小さいんですから。
親子のことに口を挟むんじゃね
Wow.
女のことで父様にとやかく言われたくないです。
Honestly,
え。
fair.
その女の人は何なんですか？近くにそんな綺麗な女の人がいるって母様やリーリャは知ってるんですか？
Dude, you don't clap at Rudy because he claps back twice as hard. Every fucking time.
浮気し放題ってわけだ。随分とエロい格好させちゃってまあ。これ新しい弟か妹ができる日も近い。
Wow. And that's not the first time he's hit you either.
ルディ、ここに来たってことはザントポートにも足を運んだんだろうが。
それがどうしたってんだよ。
なら知ってるだろうが。
知らねえっつってんだろ。
Damn. Yep. Such a fucking cheat win for every battle. It's insane.
俺だって一生懸命やってきたんだ。知らない場所に飛ばされて誰も知ってる人がいなくて
Yep.
それでもなんとかここまで来たんだ。なんで責められなきゃいけないんだ。
てめえならもっとうまくできただろうが。
できねえよ。
God, he's so hard
な
on
んだよ
him.
その目は。そんな顔するやつじゃなかったはずだろ。
But he's been through some stuff big time. Is this his sister? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's been that long. You're like,
覚えてるかお兄ちゃん。
お父さんをいじめないで。
it's been that long.
俺がいじめ？いや
Jesus. Like, Rudy's quite short. Stand up. You two, like, don't look very much different in age at all.
もういい。帰ろう。
Oh, never mind. There's actually quite a big difference.
俺は何もしなかった。宿に戻ってエリスとルイジェルドを待とう。そしてすぐに旅立とう。明日か明後日か。
転移したのはお前だけじゃねえ。ブエナ村の奴らも全員災害に巻き込まれた。
Yep.
今なんつった？
ザンとポートの冒険者ギルドにも伝言は残した。お前冒険者になったんだろう。なんで見てねえんだよ。お前がのんきに旅してる間に何人も死んだんだぞ。
転移災害、どうして思い至らなかったんだ。俺はどうしてブエナ村が無事だって思ったんだ。
Again, like, you were literally right at the starting point of the teleporter. You had no idea why or what happened.
自分の母親より女の心配か。
Honestly, that's fair. That's a fair question.
母様も見つかってないんですか？
ああ、全く見つからねえよ。リーリャとアイシャもな。俺たちは転移した奴らを探すためにこうやって捜索団を組織している。
捜索団がなんで人さらいを？
奴隷になった奴もいるんだよ。
Ah.
奴隷？
突然転移してそこがどこだかわからない状態で騙されて奴隷にされて、そんなのが何人もいたんだ。
Holy crap. This is a big point in the show. Holy shit. So yeah, I didn't even really think about that, but we gotta look for Sylphie too, kinda,
特に事情を
possibly.
察して動いてくれてると思ったよ。それがのんきに冒険とはな。
No, he was trying to get Eris home. It's not the same thing. He had goals and PTSD attacks, I guess. But is Eris going to meet Paul? Because that is another, like, big point right now. Because I would very much like to have.
よし、明日もう一度話そう。
Yosh.
何？前にもこういうことあったじゃないか。話せばわかるさ。
Well, it's the first one where it's kind of big. Like, really serious.
そう。まずはパウロに会って、パウロに。
Oh, wow.
ただいまルーデウス。あのね、聞いて。さっきゴブリンたちを倒してきたら。誰よ、誰にやられたの？
なんでもないよ。
そんなはずない。
何かあったのか？
この町に父様がいました。
Yeah.
何か嫌なことでも言われたか？
Kind of the opposite.
なんで？久しぶりに会えたんでしょ？ぶっ殺してやるわ。
Nice.
話しなさいよ。
Oh my god, this girl.
あんなに頑張ってたルーデウスがこんなに弱ってるのよ。
You've got to keep her, Rudy. Don't fuck it up.
弱っているならお前が慰めてやればいい。
Aw. The comfort's not Eris's strong suit. What the fuck do I do? She's like so lost. Oh my god. Calm, like affection, like what? Nani? It's always been him comforting her, like, what do I do?
大丈夫よ。私がついてるから。
Nice.
ごめんなさいルーデウス。私あんまりこういうの得意じゃないから。
It's cool. You care.
いえ、
We're all different, and we all care in our own unique
あ
way.
りがとう、
And this is Eris.
エリス。
5 minutes of thinking it over, making havoc, and then a nice warm embrace. That's fun. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, what? Like, honestly, where is the story of these three going anyway? Like, Roxy and the other two, like, there's so many moving parts here that we don't really focus much on, right? I'm kind of questioning, like, we're gonna see Roxy at all again in this season? Because, like, they're going, like, 180 from each other right now. It's just kind of bizarre. This is hype, though. This is very, very, very hype. I don't know how good my reaction was to that episode, but this is super hype right now. Paul being back, us getting some actual semblance of, you know, returning characters, even in small quantities. Very, very cool. And we also got, like, the new girl, like, the sister, Norn. A girl, like, legitimately Rudy won't try and hit on. Like, that's kind of, like, new for this show as well. Oops. Oh, man. Alright, so. Good stuff here. Really, really nice stuff. Very interesting. So, we did have our reunion, and a very fun one at that. Finally, we got the reunion between Paul and Rudy, which was pretty fun. The big irony, of course, is the one person Paul wasn't looking for is the guy that he ends up finding first. I guess Rudy came to him, but you know what I mean. Which is pretty good right there. And yeah, so basically a big exposition dump to Rudy that the viewer already does know. You know, we've known since episode I think it was 9 or 10. It was right after, you know, the big catalysm happened. We saw that Paul will send the letter out to everyone. That's why, you know, Roxy and her group are even looking for Rudy right now. Is because of that letter that Paul sent out to the whole Adventurer Guild. But, yeah, obviously, Rudy, like, being someone who was sent off on his own, you know, being one of the people that was sent off, didn't actually know anything that happened, you know, and for various reasons. Like, of course, he was sent such an astronomical, like, pace away, you know, to where there were no adventurer guilds near the Demon City. You know, A, for that, B, the fact that, you know, he was literally, him, Ghislaine, and Eris were the first people sent off. They were right at the start of the teleportation spell, and because of that, they had no idea how far the range went. He probably assumed that it was, you know, just for him, Ghislaine, and Eris. Like, it only sent them, and then it stopped. You know, there was nothing really to consider there. On top of the fact that, you know, none of the cities that he's been to have reported, you know, anything about the magic catalysm. So, you know, at the very least, we know it didn't go too far out in terms of, like, the whole world or anything. But yeah, obviously a lot of this tension right now between Paul and Rudy is because Rudy has, like, the main character complex. Obviously he always tries to recap, you know, paint his stories in a light so where he seems like a hero and a big shot in the story, that he kind of undermines the struggles that are actually, you know, are the reality. You know, like, obviously, the victor tells the story in history, and he tries to always paint his own stories as, like, nothing went wrong, I'm the boss, I'm the god, I didn't struggle. Well, we know that the reality of that was obviously not quite the same. And obviously, from a viewer perspective, we know that Rudy's job is very important, and he's taking it probably very unethically seriously, to the point to where obviously he is willing, or at least considered the possibility at one point or another, massacring an entire village in order to keep, you know, or city I should say, to keep Eris safe. And obviously, while Paul is, you know, is good about, you know, is happy that he's keeping Eris safe, that, you know, what he's willing to do that is definitely not the means that he would agree with. But obviously, you know, like I said, it's just the lack of communication that's really spurred this. Obviously, like, Rudy could, you know, explain that he was at the start of the catalysm and he had no reason to assume it went out much further than himself, you know, because he didn't have a clear read on that. He was right at the front, so he just assumed it was for him, Eris, and Ghislaine specifically. And on top of the fact that obviously he has been working hard because his main priority has been getting Eris safe, because again, he had no reason really to assume that his family would have been caught in that, because that was such a far distance away from them. You know, when he got sent, it was like, why would that do that? At best, the city that he's in would have been teleported. Why would his village be caught in that, you know? So again, it is like, it's just a problem of, it's been, he's just had his own thing going on. He hasn't really considered anything else, Obviously, there are faults in what Rudy's done, like the fact that he hasn't really written any letters to Paul in a year and a half, to make sure that he's safe, to just assure him that he's okay. Like, that is a little bit weird, I will admit. That's definitely something that Rudy could have handled a lot better. And, it's just, it is just sus, but I get it, he has had his own thing going on. Ruijud, obviously, is another potato. He's trying to keep the Spur's name, like, clear and try to help clear it out, so he has been busy, But, yeah. That's definitely been going on, and, obviously from Paul's side of things, this has not been good either. He looks so just physically dumb. He looks physically destroyed at this point, He looks incredibly dehydrated, he looks completely just beaten, like, there's so little fight left in him at this point, that he is starting to lose hope on ever finding Zenith, Lilith, and Aisha. He's just at that point where he just doesn't know what to do. We don't know exactly how far he's been traveling since, this happened, but I think we said that he started with Zenith's hometown, I believe, so we know that they're probably not there, But, yeah, obviously this has been going for a while now, so potentially now, I don't know how this mixes up the story in terms of our goals from, the Dead End's perspective, because obviously, like, the knowledge, was just to, and the goal was just get Eris home, and then, do whatever after that, along with Ruijud. Now it's a case of he knows that his own family are lost, and potentially Sylphie as well. I actually, for some reason, didn't consider Sylphie being caught up in this, but I'm going to assume she's okay, just because, Paul, Norm were okay, and he didn't write in his letter that, Sylphie was gone, so I'm going to assume for the moment that she is okay, but obviously, that is a kind of a 50-50 shot at this point, without any kind of actual, confirmation on that. We will see. We've also now finally met the little sister, the only, Rudy met as a baby. She has no recollection of him at all, and that was one hell of an official, like, formal kind of meeting between the two. With Paul, finally, because the meme is that he is a scumbag, and he is a bit of a scumbag, And from our perspective, he was spending time with quite an attractive-looking young girl. From Rudy finally getting that beat down on him for all the shit he went through in his own time with Paul, very, very satisfying, That goddamn eye, that demon eye he has now, is such a broken, like, plot armor fucking, like, ability. But honestly, they use it in such specific instances that it's always incredibly funny to see it happen, like, Eris and Rudy was one thing, but to see him use it on Paul, like, that is actually just satisfying as hell. That was so goddamn funny. It almost makes him, again, like, unbeatable in a fight if he utilizes it correctly, and he has shown an incredible amount of skill with it in such a short amount of time that, yeah, it's good. It's actually just, it's incredible, and I love it. Like, that ability is just so cool. But yeah, this was really fun. Like I said, a bunch of bombshells were dropped on Rudy in this episode, and now we're at a point where, he's probably is, I imagine, at a crossroad, where it's like, get Eris home, find my own other family members that I do care about, it's like, and potentially Sylphiette as well, like, what do we do here? What is the goal? It could be get Eris home first, then venture out on himself with Ruijud, and, do it like that, potentially break up Dead End on one of their main frontliners, because, he doesn't want to get Eris involved in potentially more danger than she has to be. But obviously this is Eris, and, like, her whole goal, like, her whole dream in life is to be an adventurer, to explore, to fight monsters, She's not going to take going home as an answer. It's not a solution, it's a no, So we'll see. We'll definitely see. This could definitely reshape the course of the show at this point, potentially into season 2 and potentially beyond that. I mean, the main theme right now is that we, of Mushoku is to explore the different parts of the world, and get a feel for them, to explore different, cultures, beliefs, and people. That it could run, like, the whole show. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I don't know how far the show has beyond season 2. I just know that a second season is out. So maybe one more season, maybe 5 more seasons. I don't know. But obviously, I'm really curious to see where we do go moving forward from here, of course. And the ending was obviously really, really sweet. We've seen so many times Rudy has comforted Eris in her time of need. The fact that now we had a moment once again where Rudy was just so lost, so defeated even, and just had no real idea or path on what to do, that it was really cute to see, you know. Like, Ruichu teaching Eris what you should do in these instances. Obviously, she's a quick-to-action type of girl, so she doesn't consider comforting Rudy. She's more of, you know, find the problem, the cause of the problem, and beat the shit out of it. That's her mentality. And so it was really cool to see her, for once, try to, like, take a step back, a slow pace, and try to figure out how to comfort him. And just struggling with that completely. She has no idea how to comfort people other than beating up their problems. And that loving just hug, you know, in her own Eris way, showing her affection. That was beautiful. Bro, you've got a catch. Don't lose it, you idiot. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point they're going to get together, so I don't even need to make that joke anymore, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of fun that episode. So, guys, episode 17, I'll do my cut. As you know, this is how it works now. And I'll see you guys in a second. Should be good. Alright, guys, we are back. So let's just do episode 17, baby.
父さん
Norn?
父さん
Norn. Flashback episode, right? Flashback. The house too?
お父さんここどこ
Oh, no, they were sent off. Okay. Never mind. Okay, he just happened to have Norn in his hands when that happened. So kind of lucky then, I guess. Wow. Not even a speck of civilization anywhere.
なんだこりゃ。ゼニス、リリア。
I guess we just gotta hope and pray Aisha was with either Zenith or Lilia when that happened.
こんなところに。あの
Was she not?
お父さん
Oh shit! Wait. She wasn't with any of them.
こんなところに。
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, so Aisha's on her own. Holy shit, that's bad. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrifying.
空の異変。
お父さん
大丈夫だ。すぐ家に帰ろう。
Well, that definitely adds another level of severity to this. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Zenith at least is an adventurer with experience, you know? Hell, best case scenario, maybe somehow Ghislaine and Zenith found each other, since they're both nowhere near any of our other followed members. Crap. Yep, this is how it all started out. I doubt we'll ever get an exact count of the amount of people that disappeared, but it's quite a number. Aww. Aww. It's a lot of hardship he's gone through. Aww. Norn is adorable, no doubt. I will say, though, it is a very interesting scenario now, because Norn, growing up now, has a very different view of Paul than pretty much anyone else in the show, right? Because everyone knows he has a bad history, a bit of a dirtbag, obviously, and Rudy is not really fond of Paul at all. Like, he does have quite a bad opinion on Paul personally, because he knows, like, his closeted secrets. He knows what he did to, you know, Lilia. He knows, like, what he's done prior to all of this, you know, and the kind of dirtbag he was. But because of, you know, the catalysm of what happened in the last year and a half, Norn has a very different perspective of him, which is just, you know, a honest but really hard-working leader who's trying to kind of put the world back together from her perspective to try and save people every way she can. She kind of has like the peak shining knight viewpoint of Paul, in that he is a hero through and through without any kind of flaws, which is interesting, and obviously that's going to paint a very hard relationship between her and Rudy, because obviously, like, Norn looks up to Paul like he is, you know, the god, like the savior of the world. Paul, Rudy doesn't like him at all, but I'm really curious as well as just their relationship, how far this is going to push Paul's character going forward as well. If, you know, by the time we do reach Lilia, Zenith, Aisha, which again might be on her own, which is very concerning, if this has made him a better man because of how much he's had to struggle and how much he's had to sacrifice for Norn. So I really am curious about that, and hopefully that this really helps develop him going forward. But this was really great. Saw that they were together, and he's been doing this, formed a party, formed a rescue, kind of a rescue squad, and has been traveling all over the planet looking for everyone, which is really cool to see. So yeah, it's a case of, like, Paul has been so overworked. He wasn't just trying to find Lilith, Zenith, and Aisha. He's been trying to find and account for every single damn person he can. And that's a fair reason to give Norn, like, to make him look like a noble guy, because it kind of shows that he is deep down, you know, he's done some really shitty things, but at its core, there is a dim flame that is a really good person, and there's a lot of mud and shit to pull out before that actually shines through, like, to the core of Paul, but potential is there. But let's see where we go now. Are we back in present day or still going back? Ah.
どこ行ってやがった。
ああ、なんだ相変わらず不機嫌そうだな。おい姉ちゃん、俺にもこいつと同じの一つ。はい。パウロ、おめえ明日ギルドに顔出せよ。
なんでだよ。
多分面白いやつと会えるぜ。あ、なんだしけた面しやがって。
別に何もねえよ。
嘘つけ。なんもねえのにおめえがそんな面するわけがねえ。
What, an internal scowl? He's always got that look.
何やったんだよ、パウロ。話してみろよ。
Oh my god.
なるほどな。
Bro, just give the cups back and let them refill the same
お前
one.
さ、息子に期待しすぎじゃねえのか？
あ？俺が？あいつに？
だってよ、よーく考えてみろよ。ルーデウスは確かにすげえ。無影将で魔術を使うやつなんざ見たことがねえ。
おう、そうさ。あいつはすげえぜ。なんせ5歳の時。
けど、ルーデウスはまだ11歳のガキだ。
11 now.
パウロ、お前11歳の頃何してた？
何って。
Yeah.
その頃おめえにマ大陸で生きていけっつってできたか？
That's fair.
いいす。そりゃ前提がおかしいぜ。あいつはな、あのスペルド族に護衛についてもらったんだ。
Oh, you actually know that now.
だって、マ大陸縦断ぐらいできるさ。
いや、できねえな。
No opinion on the spurred thing? Like at all?
じゃあなおさらじゃねえか。俺にできねえことをやった。天才だ。あいつは天才だ。
Oh yeah.
能力のあるやつに
When he reaches your age, I'm kind of terrified on how powerful he's gonna be.
間違ってるね。お前はいつだって間違ってる。
He might be on that plaque of 7 strongest people
お
ever.
前、 魔大陸には行ったことねえんだろ
それがどうした？
知っての通り俺はあっちの出身だ。
Really?
その俺に言わせりゃお前は魔大陸っての舐めすぎだね。
俺が何を舐めてるって？
お前みたいな中央大陸出身のアマちゃんには分からねえだろうな。
Wow.
街の外は一面荒野、昼はうだるような暑さ、夜は極寒。薪は魔物を倒さねえと取れねえし、喉が渇いても水はねえ、雨も降らねえ。その上こっちじゃ見もしねえ強い魔物がうじゃうじゃしてる。
そりゃいくらなんでもふかしすぎだろ。
初めての土地、初めての冒険、そしてそのいつ変な気を起こすかもわからねえスペルト族相手に気を配り、すぐ後ろには守らなきゃいけねえ妹分。
It's not an easy
ルー
task.
デウスがいくら天才といったところで人には限界がある。ましてやあいつはまだ子供だ。
じゃあお前の言うその限界ギリギリのやつがなんであんな楽しげに冒険の話を語んだよ。
Wow.
それはお前を心配させないためだろ。
あ？
Fair point.
なんであいつが俺の心配なんてしてんだ？俺がダメな親父だからか？
そうだ、お前がダメな親父だからだ。
そうかよ。そうだろうな。俺は酒に逃げちまうような弱い男さ。天才様の目にはさぞ哀れに映っただろ
I
う
do
な。
kind of want to ask who's watching Norn right now, though, in this lovely scene.
今のお前は哀れに見えるぜ、パウロ。
Wow. No one who we've ever met has had a good thing to say about you, to be honest. That does speak volumes.
かわいそうにな。すっげえ苦労して旅してきて、せっかく父親と再会できたっていうのに、その父親は叫びたりのクズときたもんだ。
Well, he knew that before this
俺
happened.
だったら縁を切るな。な、パウロ、なんで素直に再会を喜ばねえんだ。いいじゃねえか、ルーデウスがどんな旅をしてきたって。
Fair.
お互い元気で会えたんだ。まずはそれを喜べよ。
Despite how like arrogant he came off, your family is gained a new piece. It's coming back together.
シラフで考え直してみることな。
You gained another family member back that you lost. Is that not worth a few tears of joy? Oh, this girl.
団長。お父さん。
お父さん、ノルンのほっぺた柔らかいね。
Wow.
父様、
Did he say these things or?
父様が早く
Okay, these are just
見つけてくれ。
fears coming back.
僕の体はこんなことになってしまいました。
Oh, oh. Wake up, bro. I guess a lot of words are going to be spoken the next day.
こりゃダメかもしれねえな。
Does it hurt to try, though? Does it hurt to at least try and make amends when you can? And maybe meet his party, you know? Maybe meet his crew that's helped him survive all this time. Shake hands with a Spurd, maybe. That'd work out. Why is there a skull in?
いらっしゃい。いや。
Yes. Yes. Here we go. Nice.
パウロ・グレイラット。
Finally.
そいつの父親だ。
She's gonna punch him in the face.
なんだ、女の後ろなんかに隠れやがって。
Oh, that woman will fucking kill you. Trust me.
ルデウスをあんな目に合わせておいてよくここまで来れたわね。
Don't let an X chromosome fool you, bro.
二人にさせてやれ。
あんたも昨日のルーデウスは見たでしょ。あんなの父親じゃない。
そう言ってやるな。父親なんて。
Oh my god, why was that so animated?
その言い分が通るのは息子が生きている時だけだ。
The irony is that Eris is going to be a much gentler mother than you were a father, bro. She will hit everyone but the children. In fact, when she's mad at her kid, she's probably going to hit Rudy for it, because that's just how Eris is.
あれが昨日言ってた。
はい、スペルト族のルイジェルドさんです。
随分と気の良さそうなやつじゃないか。
Quite as sus as Spur's
怖が
meant
った
to
りし
be.
ないんですか？
バカ言え。息子の恩人だぞ。
Nice. Same reason Rudy gave not to be scared of him in episode 9.
いや、謝ろうと思ってな。
何をですか？
昨日のことだよ。
謝る必要はありませんよ。はっきり言って僕はこれまで遊び気分でした。ですので父様が怒るのも仕方ありません。この大変な時期に僕の方こそすみませんでした。
いや、そんなことはないだろう。お前だって一生懸命だったんだろ。
いえいえ、全然余裕でしたよ。
Wow.
そっか、余裕か。
Maybe ask about him now.
伝言とやらを見つけられなかったのは申し訳なかったと思っています。何が書いてあったんですか？
俺のことはいいから中央大陸の北部を探せって。
そうですか。
Bro, just listening in.
それでルディ、お前はこれからどうするんだ？
That's fair. Do we
とりあえず
do we part ways
エリ
or
スをフィットアリオへ送ります。
フィットアリオには何もないぞ。
really?
町も人々も全部消えた。
Every single. Well, okay, that kind of makes
モレ
sense.
アス家の人々もおそらく。
でも帰ります。
But we did see that Granddaddy was still around. He was still there, made it to the capital, I
母
guess.
様やリーリャを探そうと思います。
そうか。
Then yeah, then Sylphie must.
サービスだ。
Is that warm milk?
ありがとう。
Then Sylphie must have been caught in it.
なあ坊主、詳しいことはわかんねえが顔ぐらい見てやれよ。
Yikes.
なんですかその顔。
It's a face of weakness you've never seen before.
なんだよ。
昔同じような顔をどこかで見たような気がする。そうだ、あれは引きこもり始めてすぐの頃だった。
Oh my god, Street Fighter?
相変わらず強えな。
Going extra Chad mode with that fucking fight
いい
stick.
よな。一日中ゲームし放題じゃん。俺も引きこもりてえな。学校とかだりいし。うちは父親が厳しいから絶対許してくれねえわ。俺もなんか引きこもれる理由ねえかな。
Wow.
なあ。
ふざけんな。
なんだよ。
他人事だからそんなことが言えるんだ。
Doesn't sound very nice, said out
こ
loud.
の冗談だろ。
俺が何されたか分かってんのか。
俺がこんなに落ち込んでいるのに、こいつはなぜ能天気に楽しそうに無神経にヘラヘラ話してられるんだ。そう思った。頭が冷えた時やりすぎたと思った。
You did a little
分かっ
bit.
てはいた。あいつなりに俺を励ましてくれていたんだって。
I mean,
もし
putting it as
次に来てく
bluntly
れ
as
たら
that
謝
wasn't the
ろう
best
と思っ
time.
てた。
But he never did.
でもあいつが来ることは二度となかった。俺も自分から出向くことはしなかった。変なプライドがあった。
Damn.
でも
You fucked up your old life in every conceivable
わざわ
way.
ざ出向き謝りに来てくれた。
Yep.
父様、提案があります。
なんだ。
こんな状況です。僕らは大人にならなきゃいけません。
何が言いたいんだ。
確かパウロは今年で30歳。
Nice.
生前の俺よりまだ年下だ。
Jesus Christ.
俺はやることもやらず相手を責めることばかり考えていた。それに比べりゃ立派なもんだ。
昨日のことはなかったことにしましょう。
Wow.
僕らは喧嘩なんかしなかった。今この瞬間、数年ぶりに再会した父と子、そういうことにしましょう。
So silly, but
何を言って
perhaps that's for the best.
俺もあの頃とは違う。
いいからほら。
Going from
こっちに
unsalvageable
来てくだ
to
さい。
let's just forget.
さあ、そこで両手を広げて。
こうか。
しゃがんでください。そのままじゃ飛び込めないじゃないですか。
Oh my god, this is just so silly. Hi.
父様、会いたかった。
Nice. And that really... I just said that, like, Rudy doesn't like Paul very
再会
much.
した息子へ一言あるでしょ。
Taking that little extra effort. Painted a little better of a picture for
俺も
him in Rudy's mind.
会いたかった。俺も会いたかった。会いたかったんだよ。
Aww. Want to meet your baby sis?
ずっと誰も見つからなくて死んでるんじゃないかって思って、お前の姿見てごめん。
Aww. That's beautiful. Damn, even Rudy was like, I didn't know it'd be this bad.
僕こそ
Aww.
すみませんでした。
こうして俺はやっと父親と再会することができたのだ。
Yep. And I guess now you gotta join the recruits, I guess. Join the party to find everyone.
それで4人目はできたんですか？
いや、それがなかなか。お前の時は一発だったんだがな。
一発でこんな優秀な息子が生まれるとは、父様も運がいい。
言っ
Nice.
てろよ。
Yeah, I was wondering for a second whose room they were in.
おかえりなす。ど
Um,
うしたんですか？
what the hell?
止めるのに苦労した。
You hit Eris? What the
なん
fuck?
で一緒にいるのよ。
仲直り
Oh
しま
no,
した。
seeing Eris with a bruise like that does not
なんでよ。
sit right
ルー
with
デス
me.
昨日あんなに落ち込んでたじゃない。
エリス、昨日はすみませんでした。
I know. I had to comfort you! Like, what the
僕
hell?
も父様も一人の人間です。お互い失敗くらいしますよ。
あんたらには世話をかけたな。すまなかった。
いや、仲直りできたのならそれでいい。
Yeah. Don't worry, she's a tsundere. We'll teach you how to handle her. I always forget you can
さて、
heal for some
突
reason.
然ですが、ここでミリシオンにおける第2回目の作戦会議です。
一昨日したばっかりじゃないの。
状況が変わったんです。父様が旅費と紹介状をくれました。これで次にミリス大陸から中央大陸へ渡るときは問題なく渡ることができるはずです。
Nice.
ただ、エリス、
No one's there.
言いにくいのですが、僕らの故郷はもう存在しないみたいです。
That is crazy to think about.
そう。
フィリップ様もサウロス様もまだ見つかってないとか。
仕方ないわね。
So yeah, we're in this for the long journey then. Like the really long journey.
あのね、ルーデウス。そのぐらい覚悟していたわ。
Fair enough.
そうですか。
Ah, such
で
pride.
は明日この町を出ようと思いますが、お二人はそれでよろしいでしょうか。
私は構わないわ。
いいのか。旅立てば二度と会えんかもしれんぞ。
今探さなければ二度と会えない家族がいるので、
Fair.
そちらを優先したいと思います。
At least you know these two are fine.
そうだな。
Alright, what kind of send off are we gonna
それ
get?
では行ってきます。
Oh my god.
気をつけてね。
Is she scared of him?
ほらノルン、お兄ちゃんにお別れの挨拶をしろ。
やだ。
ノルン、何年後かわかりませんが、また会いましょう。
やだ。
Oh my god. He knows how to handle kids.
兄弟は大切にしろ。
Because you might only have one left, honestly.
それでは。
Alright then, it wasn't very long, but it was this very, very nice... Oh my god, of course they all got a figure. It was a very nice reunion nonetheless. Of course, no one's going to cherish that toy. Everyone's looking. Everyone's playing their part. Wow. Oh, we got names at last. Oh my god. Copycat, we're doing meetings now too. Taking a page out of your own son's book. Very nice. What on earth is she eating? Until the next time, Father. Reunion. I mean, you can't get a much better ending than that, right? Alright guys, and that was episode 17 of Mushoku Tensei, The Reunion. Very good stuff right there. We finally got our reunion of Paul and obviously Rudy, and said our goodbyes in this same set, which, yeah, makes sense why it's 2 episodes in this one, you know. Very fair stuff. But this was definitely an important episode because it's basically changed up the entire, like, goal and current status of the entire series, you know, the fact that apparently, yeah, Eris's whole, like, hometown is gone, everyone is gone, which, to be fair, I guess I probably should have put that together prior to this when, you know, we saw that Paul put out the message, you know, to the Adventurer Guild anyway, but for some reason I just didn't really think that, like, oh, they were gone specifically. I'm not quite sure why. But we did even see, you know, that, Granddaddy somehow was located, he was found, and, you know, he was executed for it, so, not really sure right there what that was about, possibly because he had status, he got somewhere lucky, and, you know, just ended up appearing at a place where he could get back quickly. Not really noticing any kind of theme or pattern to the places people are getting sent to, you know. Paul and Norm were luckily sent somewhere that they could actually return home relatively in a safe amount of time, you know, to where it seemed like it wasn't too far off, you know, not being sent to, like, the other side of the fucking world, where apparently, you know, Rudy and Eris were sent to. But, yeah. But like I said, this brings up the question of, like, how long is this going to go on for? Genuinely, like, how long is this, like, story of just trying to, you know, regroup and kind of just, you know, fix the damage that this magic catalysm did? Like, how long are we going to be spent just trying to recover from this? You know, we have to locate a lot of people now. Our goal has gone from, you know, returning Eris home to basically searching for everyone, to search for everyone that we've lost, our families, our friends, you know. Paul specifically did not answer the question of Sylphiette missing, which was kind of interesting and kind of weird that we ended off on that. The fact that that was one of Rudy's main priorities was to find, or just to know if she was okay. You know, the fact that she was gone was very interesting that it wasn't answered there. But right now, you know, our goal is to find both Lilia and Zenith, Aisha as well. Again, like, genuinely a little concerned about that, because for whatever reason, they did not show her in that one scene of Paul, Zenith, and Norn looking out the window. It is kind of weird then, isn't it? Because, like, the only way you seem to be sent with someone else is through direct physical contact, because I believe Rudy was the one, I think, who grabbed Eris when they got hit, and Norn was in Paul's arms when they got hit. So even though literally Zenith and Lilia were like a foot away from Paul, they still got sent like hundreds of miles away. So that seems to be the only consistent theme of who gets sent where, is this: if you have physical contact with someone, then you're good. But other than that, you are basically just dumb. So I guess next set we'll probably learn what order we're going in, who to look for first. I don't think Paul debriefed Rudy on who he's actually looked for where yet. You know, as we saw from the original letter, he looked for Zenith first in her homeland, and I think he was going to Ilia's place after that. But I'm really curious to see where we go through right now. And like I said, this could also lead to the end of Season 1, like I kind of suspected. I did suspect that Rudy was going to go on a journey to locate Roxy, but I guess we've got that journey, but it's literally for everyone, which is pretty funny. Which actually might extend to Roxy by the end of this, because if Rudy does find everyone that he's looking for first, he might look for Roxy just for the idea that now it's like, he doesn't know if she was sent with this magic catalysm. You know, this is kind of, it's kind of built up the anxiety now and the stress built in him, that it's like, you know, okay, I know these people are gone that I care about, but is everyone I care about gone? Like, is Roxy gone? She was in a kingdom. I forget exactly what it was, where she was at, but you know, without an exact kind of accurate reading on how far this magic, you know, catalysm hit, it's not really safe to count anyone out anymore, including Roxy. You know, so very curious about that. Like I said, again, will we see Roxy in this season ever again? Like, maybe. You know, will she come back at the end, like at the beginning of Season 1 or Season 2? Probably, but I'm really curious about that, you know. But this was very interesting, like I said, because obviously the relationship between Paul and Rudy was rather sus, you know, at best at the beginning of this, you know, and by now it seems like we have had some kind of clarity and some kind of closure on these people, on this relationship, you know. Like, I kind of expected Rudy to lash out a little bit at Paul for just forcing him away on this 5-year journey without explaining anything to him. You know, that was very much a dick thing to do. He just, you know, he had a thing going on with Sylphia, he had a friendship building that he wanted to, you know, he wanted to strengthen and help her go into magic school, and he just sends Rudy off without explaining anything for 5 years. You'd think there'd be some harsh words in there for that, but that wasn't one of the things that was actually brought up. And I guess, you know, you could argue that right now priorities are in order. You know, people are missing, so that's really really is a, you know, just a small thing at this point, especially since he, you know, has loved his time away with Eris and Ghislaine and whatnot, but it's still something I felt could have been brought up, and it goes into, you know, a reason of why this relationship is so shoddy in the first place. On top of the fact that, you know, Paul as a father just doesn't know how to really handle Rudy. He doesn't know how to communicate with Rudy effectively, because, as we know, Rudy is mentally older than Paul. You know, there isn't any kind of father is meant to teach son morals and responsibilities, because Rudy doesn't act like a 6-year-old. When he was back there, he didn't act like a 6-year-old. He didn't act like, you know, Paul expected him to, and because of that, the relationship has always been flimsy at best, you know, with Rudy actually offering counterpoints, genuine counterpoints to when he's punished by Paul, you know, throwing his own faults back at him. So it's like, yeah, they've never really got the big idea on how to communicate with each other effectively. And this set did kind of mitigate that. It didn't quite fix it, but it did kind of put them on a path of, like, you know, it makes you curious how far it'll go in the future, you know, to the point to where for probably the first time since, you know, this whole catalysm happened, Rudy provided the opportunity for Paul to truly let his heart out, to truly let him just cry his eyes out and feel how he's been feeling for a long time now, which I imagine he probably put on a brave face specifically for Norn, and kind of, you know, even subconsciously closed up his emotions to what's been going on. But Rudy letting Paul in, finally, gave him the moment he needed to collect himself, to get himself together, just to cry everything out so that he could stand back up again and really commit himself to going on this journey and kind of continuing on, you know. The rebound was kind of happening where he was starting to drink himself a lot of the time, you know, but now it's like, it's okay. Because a piece of his family is safe. Confirmation at last, you know, he was the least worried about Rudy for a long time, but having the confirmation that he's been okay, you know, is... that's a lot of stress off of him right then and there. But also, you know, he gave him the means to actually continue going forward, which is great, you know. Really, really good stuff to see there. And obviously there was the copious amounts of dialogue here by, I think his name's Geese, as well as Ruijud, basically slapping Paul in the face, saying, you know, your son is here, he is safe, he is alive. Who cares how he, an 11-year-old, interprets things as they are now? Just be happy, he's alive and he's well, you know, because Ruijud, for one, would pretty much give, you know, the heavens and the skies to have his son come back to him just to, you know, fix any closure or just to say his final words to him. And obviously Geese is like, bro, you were 6 at some point, or you were 11, you're stupid, you know, like, this kid is so mature, you couldn't do half the things he could do at twice the age, you know, so, like, don't be pissy for Rudy because he sees things as a, you know, as a game. Like, hell, seeing things as a game is probably the best thing he could do, so then he doesn't mentally shatter at 11 years old, you know, so it's for the best that he probably sees things like this, because otherwise, you know, a normal 11-year-old would collapse, and obviously Rudy hasn't, so it's all meant to be good things here, you know. But yeah, like I said, this was really, really fun to see. Obviously the relationship between Rudy and Norn is still very much broken here. There wasn't enough time to quite do a, you know, there wasn't quite enough time to rectify that. Norn seems rather scared of Rudy right now, but hopefully that will, like I said, that will change later on, because obviously, like, we'll get a point to where we get a reunion. Not sure how much further down the line, you know, it could be, you know, like 5 years. That was what kind of made the ending kind of hit hard, was that they're saying goodbye for the moment, but they don't know how long it's going to be until the next meetup, you know. So Paul could literally see Rudy by the time he's 15, when he's illegally an adult in this world. It could be when he is 20, 25, you know, the age Paul currently is, or when he had Rudy, you know, it could be any amount of time at this point, because they can't effectively communicate in a world like this where they don't, you know, don't know where they'll be at which point, you know, so we'll see, you know. And obviously that's the big thing about from the viewer perspective as well, is how far are we going to go with this? How much time pass are we going to get? Because Mushoku in season 1 is very, very, you know, giving of its time skips, especially, that, you know, it really does beg into question that by the time we hit episode 23, how old are we going to be? How old are we going to be? You know, what's our age is going to be? Will we get any party members? You know, like, obviously, Paul's goal is Zenith, Ilya, and Aisha. Our goal is pretty much those 3 added. That's for Rudy. Those 3 are for Rudy. Add Sylphiette, add potentially Roxy as well. That's 5 for him. And then you've got, for Eris, you've got Mama, Daddy, Granddaddy, who we know is gone, but still for her. And we've got Ghislaine. So we've got 9 people mainly to find right now. 9 people mainly, like I said. And without any idea where any of them are in the world, without even a single, like, lead at all. How long is this going to take? You know, like, I could see this ending at season 2, for crying out loud. Like, that's how long this could take. I don't know. But I'm really excited. I'm very curious to see where we do go moving forward with this, you know. We got the official meet, I guess, of Eris, Ruijud with Paul. But it was very, very abridged, very short. Obviously, it was mostly just, you know, Eris being pissed off at Paul for fair, valid reasons. So, yeah. Unfortunately, there wasn't too much more about that, especially since, you know, this is probably going to be his future daughter-in-law, you know, like, see at some point. Even Paul kind of teased him about that. He was having this little love life story going on in this story, which he absolutely is. But we'll see. We'll see that going forward. So yeah. Good stuff, though. At least we got something of that, you know, which is really nice to see. As well as, again, the beautiful scene of Eris trying to comfort Rudy when he was just so lost on what to do. Great stuff. Love the relationships in this show for sure. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, like I said. 2 more sets of season 1 I will confirm. Technically, the OVA is going to be its own set, its own separate thing. So kind of 3 sets for season 1 before we go to season 2. And hopefully this week, if all goes well this week, I can hopefully finish off season 1 entirely. Or not, probably by Tuesday next week I want to finish it off. But yeah, that should mostly be it. And my goal is to finish off Mushoku Tensei before the end of 2024 in general. I know I'm kind of already got to speed up a bit now. But yeah, hopefully either that or very soon in January, very early, we'll be done with it. But yeah, I feel like I'm making decent pace now that I'm finally recording it again. You know, that break between 11 and 12 was far too long, and I do apologize for that. But we're getting back on track now. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time when we continue on with more Mushoku Tensei.